Hello everyone, my name is Monica and I am a student of Shahid Bhagat Singh College. I am here with my second video on GST. The topic of this video is valuation of imported goods under customs. As in my previous video, I have discussed the import procedure under customs. In this video, I am going to discuss the different rules for valuation of imported goods. In order to find out the value of imported goods, different methods are discussed in these rules. For valuation of imported goods, two values are considered for valuation under Section 14. The first value is transaction value, the second is tariff value. Value of import goods is equal to transaction value. Here in transaction value, Section 14, subsection 1, it includes all the goods. For valuation of imported goods, transaction value is considered. But some goods like crude palm oil, crude soybean oil, poppy seeds, etc., tariff value is considered for valuation of imported goods. Now we start with rules for valuation of imported goods. Rule 1. Customs Valuation Rules 2007. For valuation of imported goods, assessable value is to be determined in accordance with the Customs Rules 2007. Rule 2. Various terms defined like relative, transaction value, comparative value, deductive value, similar goods, and identical goods, etc. Some important definitions are included in Rule 2. Let's start with transaction value. What is transaction value? The price at which such or like goods are ordinarily sold or offered for sale. As per Section 4, subsection 1 of the Customs Act, valuation of export and imported goods are based on transaction value only. Now we discuss identical goods, means imported goods. First, identical goods are which are same in all respects, including physical characteristics, quality, and reputation, as the goods being valued except for minor differences in appearance that do not affect the value of the goods. That goods produced in the country in which the goods being valued were produced. The second is similar goods. So what are similar goods? Similar goods are those which, although not alike in all respects, have like characteristics and like component materials which enable them to perform the same functions and to be commercially interchangeable with the goods being valued, having regard to the quality, reputation, and the existence of trademark. The goods produced in the country in which the goods being valued were produced. Rule 3. Value of imported goods shall be the transaction value adjusted in accordance with provisions of Rule 10. As we all know, transaction value is considered for valuation of imported goods. So here are different conditions that must be satisfied. Transaction value of import goods under Section 14, subsection 1 of the Customs Act and Rule 3, Subrule 1 of the Imported Goods Rules. This method is applicable only when importer satisfies the following conditions. First condition is there are no restrictions as to the disposition or use of the goods by the seller. That is, seller should not have any control on the imported goods after the sale. Second condition is the sale or price is not subject to sub-conditions or considerations for which a value cannot be determined in respect of the values being valued. That is, the sale value must be the sole consideration. The single consideration is the sale price only. The third condition that must be satisfied is sale proceeds should not be shared with exporter by the importer after sale. That is, after the sale of the goods, the exporter should not share any sale proceeds by the importer. Fourth condition is the buyer and seller should not be related. So there are these conditions which must be satisfied for for this method. Rule 4. Transaction value of identical goods. Here we'll know how to find out the transaction value of identical goods. What are identical goods? Identical goods means the goods must be same in all respects, including physical quantity, as we already discussed. This method is applicable only when following conditions are satisfied. First condition is identical goods can be compared with the other goods of the same country from which import takes place. Second condition is these goods must be valued at a price which is produced by the same manufacturer. Third condition is if price is not available, then the price of other manufacturers of the same country is to be taken into account. The last condition is if more than one value of identical goods is available, lowest of such value should be taken. If all the four conditions are satisfied, then this method is applicable. But there is some adjustment because of different commercial levels or different quantities, is that such adjustment, whether it leads to an increase or decrease in the value, be made only on the basis of demonstration evidence that clearly establishes the reasonableness and accuracy of the adjustment. When there is any adjustment in the price of the identical goods, then it should be done with the accuracy and with clear evidence. Without clear evidence, it should not be done. Next, rule number 5. Transaction value of similar goods. Similar goods are those which, although not alike in all respects, have like characteristics and like component materials which enable them to perform the same functions and to be commercially interchangeable with the goods being valued, having regard to the quality, reputation and existence of trademark. So, valuation of similar goods are produced in the country in which the goods being valued are produced. Second condition is produced by the same person who produced the goods being valued, or where no such goods are available, goods produced by a different person but shall not include import goods where engineering, development work, artwork, design work, plan or sketch undertaken in India were completed directly or indirectly by the buyer on these imported goods free of charge or at a reduced cost for use in connection with the production and sale for export of these imported goods. So these are two conditions of valuation of similar goods. What is the difference between similar and identical goods? As we know, identical goods are those goods which must be same in all respects except for minor differences in appearance, whereas similar goods have like characteristics and components and perform same functions. For example, in identical goods, Hero Honda two-wheeler products, namely Splendor and Fashion. In similar goods, example is Hero Honda Splendor and Bajaj scooter. Next is Rule 6. Determination of value. If the value of imported goods cannot be determined under the provisions of Rule 3, that is transaction value, 4. Identical goods, 5. Similar goods, the value should be determined under the provisions of Rule 7. Or when the value cannot be determined under that rule also, Rule 8 should be followed. Rule 7. Deductive value. Under this rule, based on the request of the importer, if the custom officer approves, he can approve either deductive method or commuted value method as the case can be adopted according to the case. In case of deductive method, the valuation is as follows. Assessable value is calculated by reducing the post-importation cost and expenses from the selling price. That is, under selling price, different expenses has to be minus, has to be deducted. That is selling commission, insurance, associated cost within India, or taxes. All this has to be deducted from the selling price. This method can be used when goods are extracted on high seas, for example mineral or crude oil, etc., and brought into India for sale. It will be import and dutiable. Rule 8. Commuted value. The value of imported goods shall be based on a commuted value which shall consist of the sum of the cost or value of materials and fabrication or other processing employed in producing the imported goods. Second, an amount for profit and general expenses equal to that usually reflected in sales of goods of the same class or kind as the goods being valued, which are made by producers in the country of exportation for export to India. Third, the cost of or value of all other expenses under sub rule 2 of rule 10. So under this method, the commuted value can be calculated by adding these three, that is cost of material and general expenses for producing the imported goods, profit of the exporter, and all the expenditure as per rule 10. By adding all these three, accessible value can be calculated. This method is normally possible when the importer is in India and foreign exporter are closely associated and the foreign exporter is willing to give necessary costing. So by calculating this we can find out the accessible value. Rule 9. Residual method. If methods from Rule 3 to 8 are not applicable for valuation, then this method should be applied. Residual method is also called as best judgment method. This method is applicable when all aforesaid methods are not applicable. The value determined under this method cannot exceed normal price at which such or like goods are ordinarily sold or offered for sale for delivery at the time and place of importation in course of international trade. For residual method, the seller or the buyer should be non-relative and the price is the only single consideration for such sale. While determining accessible value, we should not consider the following. First is the selling price in India of the goods produced in India should not be considered. A system which provides for the acceptance of for customs purposes for the highest of the two alternative values. The price of the goods on the domestic market of the country of exportation should not be considered. The cost of production other than computed values which have been determined for identical or similar goods in accordance with the provisions of Rule 8. The price of the goods for the export to a country other than India also should not be considered while determining the accessible value. Minimum customer values or arbitrary or fictitious values should not be considered. Rule 10. Cost of services. As we already discussed the different conditions of transaction value for imported goods, now we'll discuss how to find out the transaction value, or we can say computation of accessible value. Accessible value of imported goods is equals to free on board plus insurance plus freight and others expenses also. So what are the expenses that should be added in order to calculate the transaction value? The following shall be added to the invoice price, that is FOB value, to determine the transaction value for imported goods. First is commission and brokerage, except buying commission. Packing cost, except cost of durable and returning packing. The returning packing and cost of durable will not be added. Cost of engineering, development and plan or sketches will be added if only these are undertaken outside India. Royalties and license fee, value of subsequent resale if payable to foreign supplier. The value of material supplied by the buyer free of cost is also added to the free on board. Cost of freight and insurance up to the place of importation. Cost of freight, if not specified, then will be calculated at the rate of 20% of FOB. Insurance, if not specified, will be calculated at the rate 1.125% of FOB. Ship demurrage charges on chartered vessels, lighterage or barrage charges will be added to free on board. By adding all these expenses, we will get cost insurance freight, that is CIF, and accessible value, that is transaction value for imported goods. So what are the expenses that should not be added? The following shall not be added to the invoice price to determine the transaction value for imported goods. First is duties and taxes in India. Cost of erection charges in India also not added. Cost of transport and insurance from port to factory of importer in India. Cost of development charges in connection with imported machinery. Port demurrage charges and unloading charges in India. Any other charges incurred after importation, that is post-shipment charges, unless such post-shipment charges are precondition for importation. All these expenses should not be added to FOB in order to calculate transaction value. So these are the rules for valuation of imported goods. So this ends the valuation of imported goods under customs. Hope you like it.